rolling back your shoulders, bring your hands in front of your belly or on top of your knees, lengthening your spine, closing your eyes for a moment. Bringing your awareness, your attention towards yourself, connecting with your breath, with your sensations, checking in how you're feeling, how you're sensing this morning. It's full moon these days, and full moon brings this abundance, illuminates the shadows in the night, collecting these fruits you've been working on throughout until now. Life is kind of in a spiral, meeting our edges, our shadows, our places, not so easy. Can be many, many different areas, and everyone has a place feeling a bit struggling with. Maybe you want to take this practice this morning to bring light in this area. You wish you could maybe bring a bit more understanding, a bit more compassion, a bit more release in this area in your life. And when there is nothing really specific, take it as a practice of bringing light, of bringing abundance, fullness, energy. And for this, we want to take the fire breath, Kalapati this morning, to give us a tiny bit more fire to illuminate our belly deep down, to bring a bit more heat, a bit more warmth into our belly. So you want to take from your here the fire breath. I think everyone knows it. If you haven't, people, if you haven't done it before, it is you want to sucking your belly in towards your spine when you are exhaling. So it's this movement of really breathing this air out, gently lifting pelvis floor. You're inhaling automatically, and with your exhaling, you want to press this air out from your belly. It is this movement in your diaphragm. Everyone knows a dog, and when the dog is really hot, they really breathe very, very quickly. So they do like, so when you've never done it before, just try it like this. Imagine you are a dog. And then you keep this movement, closing your lips, and emphasize a bit more in your exhaling, like inhaling long and deep, holding your breath in, walking your arms forward, stay on your fingertips, lengthening your spine with your exhaling, letting yourself folding forward, a big, big exhaling. Holding your breath out. People used to the practice, activating Mula Bandha towards your pelvis, towards your heart, and Uddiyana Bandha, diaphragm, chin towards your sternum, all three bandhas active. Inhaling, walking your hands back, arms on your knees. Exhaling, taking a big, big inhaling. We want to take 2 more rounds in Kalapati fire breath. When it's difficult for you to connect to this breath, really start with your lips open, like a dog. Inhaling long and deep, inhaling, 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 holding breath, walking fingers forward, stay fingertips, exhaling. Stay empty. Sucking your belly in towards your spine, lengthening. Inhaling, walking your hands back towards your neutral, hands on your knees. One more round. Inhaling long and deep. Inhaling halfway, taking your last round. When you focus on your exhaling, your body inhaling automatically. So focus on exhaling, sucking this belly in. Inhaling long and deep. Holding breath, lengthening spine, walking forward, fingertips, exhaling. Inhaling, walking your hands back in your neutral. Bring your hands in front of your belly or on top of your knees, closing your eyes. Can you feel this warmth, this heat in your body? This inner light, this inner full moon, this abundance. Kalapati fire breath helping us to open energy lines. It has been said there is this Kundalini energy sitting in the base of your spine. With this Kalapati, you're helping to awaken this natural life force, this Kundalini energy, less pushing, less wanting, less doing, living, receiving, being in harmony with yourself, bringing light in this area. You feel there is darkness. And gently opening your eyes, letting your legs lengthening, shaking your legs a tiny bit from sitting, pushing with your hands, your flesh to the side, bringing your arms next to your body. With your next inhaling, lifting your arms and imagine you're holding a lasso in your hands. And with your exhaling, you gently want to folding forward, lasso your feet, inhaling, pulling this energy along your legs, over your head, as if you can nourish yourself with this breath, inhaling. 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 2 more times. Folding forward. Exhaling, staying here like in the yin practice, letting your toes softening, your legs, eyes closed. Yin and yang, active, passive, doing, receiving, giving, all living in you, finding this harmony. Inhaling gently, coming back. Be more active in your legs, folding your knees, planting your foot where your knees has been, stepping your feet together, closing your knees, your left arm hugging both of your knees, your right arm reach towards the ceiling, lengthening in your spine, turning towards your right side, right fingers in line with your spine, twisting, gaze over yourself. Making sure you're not leaning back, lifting your spine. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral, both your right arm, hugging both of your knees, lifting. Exhaling, turning. Pressing your feet, your sit bones into the floor. Twisting from deep down, your belly button turning, your chest twisting. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral and letting your knees floating towards your left side, coming on the left side of your hip and walking your arms in the same direction into your back. So when you have a mat, finding your knees are on the side and your hands walking into your back, lengthening your spine, pressing your knees into the floor. Maybe you stay or you can come down onto your elbows, lengthening your spine. Maybe you stay or with your right arm, you can needle under your left, finding your right shoulder towards the floor, finding a gentle twisting. Yin, softening. Stay here, Katrin. Yes, this is right. Breathe. Breath, lengthening, deepening, softening. Gravity is working for you. The more you gently letting your muscles opening, depth in your breath, steadiness in your mind. With your next inhaling, your left hand pressing into the floor, press yourself up, walking your hands back, your knees coming back into your center, letting your knees floating towards your right side, coming on the edge, walking in the same direction, your arms, your knees on your side, creating a 90-degree ankle, hands on the floor. First, please lengthening. Always twisting. You want to have a long spine, coming down onto your elbows. Sorry, I'm just leaving the screen for a second. Great. Lengthening. Maybe you have a bit more space. Your left arm needles under your right, and you bring your shoulder towards the floor. Stay on your elbows when you need. Everybody is different. Every muscles, joints, ligaments are different. Taking 2 more really nice, sweet, nourishing in and exhaling. Feeling as you can bring with your breath light into your cells, into your muscles, into your being, like this big, big full moon, bringing this abundance into your body. This sweetness, this yin energy, less pushing, less doing, less wanting. Inhaling, coming back gently into your neutral. Oh, sorry, Kate, I've been just standing. And coming back into your neutral, swinging your knees under you, planting your hands under your shoulders, knees, hip widths apart, taking a couple of cat-cow breathing here gently, inhaling, exhaling, rounding your spine, taking it full-hearted, full breath in, rolling back your shoulders, and exhaling, belly button towards your spine, inhaling, with your next inhaling, gazing forward, pressing your hands, shooting your sit bones back and flow in your child pose, feeling every little movement in your spine, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back and down, bringing your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your knees, shoulders rolling back, rooting down from your knees, lifting your seat, inhaling, stretching out your thighs, waking up, exhaling, coming back onto your seat, in your center, reaching forward, planting your hands, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, paddling your feet, warming this, stretching one side, stretching the other side. Bending your knees, coming back into your child pose. So you're releasing your toes, gazing forward, pressing your seat back. And from here, you're softening in your spine, rounding, walking your hands towards your left side, right hand on top of your left gaze, under your left armpit. Waking up your side bending in your spine, bringing more flexibility, openness, and a flux of energy. Inhaling, walking your arms towards your right side, left hand on top of your right, gaze under your right armpit. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back and down. One more time, planting your hands under your shoulders, spreading your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades, and from here, pressing your knees, opening up in your whole front side. Moon side, soft side, yin, in. Exhaling, coming back down onto your seat, reaching forward from your heart, planting your hands, curling your toes downward, facing dog, head, shaking your head, Playing with your face, softening in your shoulders. Stepping your feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, exhaling, bending your knee towards your chest and coming into your high plank. Inhaling, lifting your leg up, back in your downward facing dog, bending your knee towards your chest, come into your high plank. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling in your center. Next time, 3 times on your right side, right knee. Inhaling, exhaling, right knee, right elbow. Inhaling, lifting up, connecting with your breath. Exhaling, right knee, right elbow. Inhaling one more time. Inhaling in your center, right knee crossing over towards your left side, left elbow. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling. Inhaling, lifting, stepping your right foot between your hands, releasing your left knee, your left toes, gazing forward with your inhaling. Exhaling, shooting back from your hips, lengthening your right leg. Inhaling, softening, bending your knee, gazing forward, warming up in your shoulders. Exhaling, pushing back, lengthening your leg. Inhaling, using your blocks when you need. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling one more time, staying here. Opening your chest. Breathe. Exhaling, curling your legs, left toes under, stepping your right foot back in your downward facing dog, spreading your fingers, lifting your seat, bending knees when you need, rolling back your shoulders, stepping your feet together, left side wanna breathe. Inhaling, exhaling, bringing your knee towards your chest and gazing forward. Much easier. This is it. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling. Letting yourself gazing forward from your heart and connecting with your breath. Inhaling, lifting. This is it, Katrin. Working with your breath. Softness. 3 times center, 3 times left side, 3 times right side. Slowing down. Breathe. And when you have your 3 times, you bring your left foot in your center, releasing your knee, releasing your toes, lengthening your front leg, lengthening, pushing your seat back, foot pressing into the floor, inhaling, gazing forward, rolling back your shoulder. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Stay for a moment. Breathe. Letting your heart shining. Letting your inner light. Breathing this soft light. Sun, moon. Curling your back toes under, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming into your high plank. Exhaling, releasing your knees, your toes, lowering down, chin, chest. Inhaling, in your mini cobra, big toes touching, 10 toes pressing into the floor, belly button, pubic bone, lifting your arms, lifting your hands, squeeze your elbows, gluing towards your body. Breathe, reaching forward, inhaling, exhaling your elbows next to your body, inhaling, reaching forward, exhaling, inhaling, reach, exhaling, inhaling, reach. Kate, I'm not sure if you need to mute your computer. Exhaling. It's the computer, not just the Zoom app. Inhaling forward, exhaling, elbows next to your body, lifting your heart. Breathe, planting your hands, curling your toes, lifting your feet in your downward facing dog, shaking your head, playing with your face. Breathe, bending your knees, gazing between your hands and walking your feet forward between your hands, hugging your elbows in your ragdoll, swinging your elbows to one side, towards the other side, softening in your hips, arms growing heavy. Releasing your arms, planting your right hand in front of your face, or when this is a bit far away, you're stepping your feet together and you're holding with your right hand your shin bones. Bring your left hand on your hips, gazing over your left shoulder, and maybe, or using your block when you need, planting your block in front of you, and you're lifting your left arm towards the ceiling. People at home, maybe you have a block or you have a book around, or you're just coming a tiny bit higher with your hands. This doesn't matter. Breathe, opening your chest, and you want to avoid pulling on your shoulder. Your chest opening, this is it. Tina, bring your hand on your hip, bring your hand on your hip, and you want to opening from here. Do not pull on your shoulder. Breathe, exhaling, coming down, changing side. So people, please avoid when your chest, you're pulling on your shoulder, you want to help him to opening your torso. Maybe your hand stay on your hips. You don't need to open your arm. Breathe. It's more important. This is good, Catherine. Breathe. Yeah, perfect. Breathe. For some people, this movement in shoulder is really difficult, and in chest. So prefer in with your hand on your hip instead of pulling on your shoulder. Inhaling, one more time, lengthening. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, in your standing, letting your arms flowing over your head, bringing the energy in your heart, close. Releasing your arms, sun salutation. Inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward, stepping your right foot back, lengthening, opening, inhaling, exhaling, stepping back, downward facing dog, inhaling in your high plank, exhaling, releasing knees, chin, chest, inhaling, cobra, rolling back your shoulders, opening your chest, Kate, elbows glued to your body, exhaling, pushing back, downward facing dog, right leg, inhaling, exhaling, your right foot between your hands. Do not overstep here. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, both feet together in front, halfway, inhaling, folding forward, Uttanasana, inhaling with one breath, exhaling, gathering the energy. Releasing your arms and make it as soft as possible. In, exhale. Inhaling, gazing forward, stepping your left foot back. Long runner's lunge. Inhaling. Exhaling in your downward facing dog, spreading your fingers. Inhaling, high plank. Exhaling, knees, chin, chest. Inhaling. Exhaling, Barbara, elbows. Exhaling. And Sina, see that you do not overstretch in your elbows. Stay soft. Exactly. Downward facing dog. Stepping your feet together. Your left leg. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stepping your left foot between your hands. Lengthening first. Inhaling. Exhaling. Both feet. Inhaling. Coming halfway. Folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling in your standing. Bring your prayer in front of your chest. One more round. Taking effort away. Using your breath. Inhaling as if there is this light shining in you. Exhaling. Right foot. Inhaling. Down dog. Exhale. High plank. Exhaling, knees, chin. Inhaling, cobra, 10 toes pressing. Down dog. Exhale. Right leg, inhaling. Exhaling, step your right foot between. First lengthening, inhaling. Exhaling, stepping. Inhaling halfway. Folding. Uttanasana. One breath. Inhale. Exhaling, softening even more when you start with your left. Inhaling. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale. Inhaling. Knees, elbows, glue your elbows even a tiny bit more, Katrin. When you're coming down, you have a tiny bit of tendency to letting them floating to the side, pulling them towards your heart. Gaze, this is it. Exhaling in your downward facing dog. Sina, spreading your fingers. Mila, spreading your fingers. Stepping your foot between your hands. Inhale. Exhale. One breath, come in your standing. Exhaling, bring your prayer. Closing your eyes. Releasing your arms, sweep your arms over your head. Exhaling, folding forward, stepping your right foot back. Long runner's lunge, releasing your knee, releasing your toes, staying here. Crescent moon lunge, inhaling, stay. Releasing your shoulders, reaching with your arms. Exhaling, planting your elbows, spreading your fingers wide. Inhaling, reaching. Inhaling, reaching. And from here, inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your arms and gaze towards your belly button. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, curving. Inhaling, opening. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Inhaling, arms lengthening. Exhaling, planting your hands. Curling your back toes under, planting your back foot onto the floor, sneaking towards your backside, long runner's lunge on your backside, releasing your knee, releasing your toes, staying on your fingers, or you're coming in your crescent moon lunge. Sorry, I need to leave the screen, but we do exactly the same. Inhaling your arms. And stay for one breath. And then you're folding your elbows like we've done before. Arching, you're opening, spreading your fingers. Inhaling. Exhaling, spreading fingers, elbows glued towards your chest. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling, and then you want to bending forward. So you're reaching, letting your arms folding forward, rounding your spine. Inhaling, opening your chest. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Chin towards your sternum. Inhaling, one more time. Exhaling. Inhaling, lengthening your arms. Exhaling, planting your hands and letting yourself in your legs, walking forward, left foot reaching forward, inhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog, spreading your fingers wide, releasing the shoulders, rolling back your shoulders. Breathe, cyberspace. I hope you could follow. Inhaling, coming into your high plank. Exhaling, releasing knees, chin, chest, meeting the floor in your mini cobra. Staying here. Elbows glued to your body. Exhaling, turning your head to one side, palms of your hands facing up. Letting this energy flowing in your body. Yin, yang, meeting in your being. Sun and moon. Bringing this awareness, this softness of this full moon into every little cell in your body. Press, interlacing your fingers in your back, pressing your hands into each other, pressing your 10 toes, lifting your heart. Breathe. And from here, you're lifting your legs, reaching back with your toes, pressing belly button, pubic bone. Exhaling, releasing hands under your shoulders, curling your toes, lifting your seat, pushing your seat back. Observe your elbows cape, shoulders, pedal. Reach. Inhaling, your hands sliding under your shoulders, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog. Rolling back the shoulders. Finding harmony with your in and exhaling. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking, stepping, hopping forward, inhaling halfway, folding forward, Uttanasana, one breath, inhaling. Exhaling, bring your prayer in front of your chest. Close your eyes for a moment. Releasing your arms, inhaling, hugging this universe. Stop, gentle, folding forward, bowing forward. Releasing and stepping your left foot back. Releasing your knee, your toes. Crescent moon lunge first. You want to come with your hands, no weight on your knee, lifting your arms. And feeling how this can open this whole side. We've been stretching out thighs, connecting with arms. So you wanna letting yourself, while you're reaching forward from your left hip, arms in, and start working, exhaling your elbows, spreading your fingers, inhaling. Inhaling, sweet little back bending here. Inhaling. Exhaling, stay and start working. It's a small movement from your spine. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling, reaching your arms. Exhaling, planting your hands inside. Back toes curling under and sneaking through the other side. Left foot, right knee releases, and you do the same. Inhaling, your arms, crescent moon lunge. Exhaling, elbows. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling, elbows. Inhaling, reaching. Fold your mat. It's better than bringing something under. Folding your mat. A tiny bit. Yes. Inhaling one more time. Exhaling and gentle working. Arching your spine. Inhaling. Exhaling your spine, rounding, gaze to your belly button. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, arms lengthening. Exhaling, hands inside, right, left foot, sneaking back, walking back, long runner's lunge. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping back in your downward, facing dog. Stay in your down dog when you need. Take a vinyasa of your choice. And you want to meet us again in the belly. So when you took a vinyasa, coming back in your high plank, knees, chin, chest coming down. Turning your head to the other side, hands next to your body, palms of your hands facing up. Yin, yang, meeting you in your being, sun and moon. This gentleness, this softness of your full moon, bringing light in every little cell. Interlacing your fingers, pushing with your hands, squeezing your hands together. First with your 10 toes onto the floor, lifting your hips, and then you want to lifting your thighs. Breathe. Exhaling, hands under your shoulders, curling your toes under, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, spreading your fingers wide. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, stepping, walking your feet, inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward with your exhaling, one breath in your standing, exhaling your prayer in front of your chest. Releasing your arms, Trikonasana, inhaling your arms over your head, folding forward with your exhaling, stepping your left foot back, open it 45 degrees, both legs lengthening, hips opening, right arm shin bone inside, lengthening your spine, and from here, you're lifting your arm. Breathe. There are many ways you can come into your Trikonasana. So when you choose another one, please feel free. Breathe. Your head is the extension of your spine, so lengthening from your top of your head. Breathe. And you want to find your half moon, so you're bending your front knee
Bring your left hand on your hip. Sorry, bring your right hand on your right hip. And you're reaching forward from your fingers 20 centimeters in line with your toes out. Chandrasana, half moon. So maybe you stay with your hand on your hip, or you can opening your torso towards the side and you're opening your arm. Breathe. Doesn't matter when you're a bit wobbly. Step by step, body opens. Inhaling. Exhaling, squaring your hips, squaring your shoulders, planting your hands under your shoulders, pushing your left foot back, opening your chest. Please stay here. People used to the practice, you can walking your hands closer towards your right foot. I can't demo, I did hear my hamstrings. So you can try to come into your standing split and trying to grabbing your ankle with one hand, with the other hand. Breathe, lengthening spine. Breathe, releasing your neck. Breathe. Bending your front knee, gazing forward, stepping your left foot back into a long runner's lunge, inhaling, stepping back in your downward facing dog. Stay down dog, child pose, always available, or you're taking a vinyasa of your choice, knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga, dandasana. Sina, elbows, yes. Rolling back your shoulders, spreading your fingers. This is it. Breathe. And then you're curling your toes under from your seat. Make just one tiny little thing. Sina, do you want to look? When you're coming from here, what you do is you're lifting your shoulders. You want to try getting the energy from your toes. So you're opening your chest, rooting down from your knees, and then you're lifting your seat, to avoid bringing your shoulders towards your ears. Breathe. Shoulders, shoulders, elbows. Breathe, spreading fingers. Yes. Curling toes, rooting down from your knees, lifting. I know. It is a bit of a coordination. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. When you want to hop, you need to gaze forward. Halfway inhaling, folding forward. In your exhaling, one breath standing. Bring your energy. Exhaling. Can you release a tiny bit more effort? Can you trust your moon, your sun, living in you? Releasing your arms. Inhaling. Sweep. Exhaling, folding, bowing. Right foot stepping back 45 degrees. Left hand finding ankle inside. First, you want to opening your hip and then your arm. Breath. Trikonasana. Lengthening your neck. Your head is the extension of your spine. Breath. Bending your front knee, bringing your hand back on your hip, sliding with your hand forward 20 centimeters. Bring, Baba, bring your hand a tiny bit further away. You have a longer spine. This is it. Breathe. Jenny, bring your block a tiny bit further away. Even it feels more imbalanced, but bring it a bit further. Your spine is longer. Yes. Breathe. Breathe. One more inhaling. Exhaling, squaring hips, squaring shoulders, and you're lifting your right leg, lengthening. Staying here, working like this, or you want to try coming into your standing split while you're walking your hands towards your left foot, right leg lifting. Maybe you want to play and you can grab with both of your hands your ankle, bending your front knee, stepping back, long runners lunge, inhaling, gazing forward, exhaling in your downward facing dog, spreading your fingers wide, rolling back your shoulders, breath. Taking a vinyasa of your choice, stay in down dog, child pose, always available. Breathe elbows. Spreading your fingers, elbows glued to your body, curling your toes, and then you're pulling your hands towards your heart, lifting your chest, rooting your knees, shooting back. Look at this. This looks better. Let that, yeah, beautiful. Breathe. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling halfway, folding forward. Stay in your Uttanasana. Breathe. Spreading your toes wide. Rise. Breathe, softening in your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling, come in your standing, bring your arms, bring your prayer. Closing your eyes. Releasing your arms, sweep your arms over your head. In. Exhaling, folding forward, bending your knees, your hands onto the floor. Maybe you would like to jumping back, taking a vinyasa while you jump in your Chaturanga Dandasana. If you don't want to jumping back, please walk your hands and let's meet in downward facing dog. So take a vinyasa or downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, pigeon pose, right leg lifting towards the ceiling. Whoops, sorry, still some flows happening here. Let's wait. Right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, exhaling knee towards your chest, and then you're opening your hip, your right knee behind your right wrist, walking your left toes back, and you want to stay here for a moment. So the further you can bring your foot square to your mat, I can't model, my hips are super close. So the closer you bring your heel towards your left hip, the more easy it becomes. You do not want to let your hip floating towards the side. So please avoid sitting here like this. This hurts in your back. You want to stay square with your hips. Maybe you have a block around, maybe a blanket, maybe a cushion, and you can help yourself, bringing a bit of a height under your right hip when this floats in air. You do not want to squeeze. Walking your arms forward, maybe you find your elbows lengthening. Please do not let your hip floating towards the floor. I'm talking serious. I can say it in German as well. Deine rechte Hüfte soll nicht auf den Boden kommen, wenn die Hüfte nicht offen ist. Du möchtest dich nicht so hinsetzen, du verletzt dich in deinem unteren Rücken. Walking your arms forward, releasing your forehand. Finding this wonderful folding forward, hips opening, stored energy liberating. And gently bringing some energy into your hands, walking yourself back and grabbing. When you have a mat, you can grab the outer edges of your mat, walking your hands back to find a bit of a fiery back bending. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing, taking your block away. When you had a block under your hip, now you're sitting on your right side, letting your left leg swinging forward over your knee, giving space from your left heel that you come down with both of your hips. When this is really difficult, you always can lengthening your lower leg and you staying here. You do not want to sit with your left hip floating in space. Pressing your left foot into the floor, lengthening your spine. Right arm hugging your left knee, lifting your right arm, twisting. You can bring your elbow, you can find a bind. What is available for you? Breathe. Rolling back your shoulders, lengthening your spine. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, coming back into your neutral, counter twisting towards the other side. Inhaling back into your neutral and unwriggling your legs, holding your knees towards your chest. Navasana, bowed. Crossing your ankles with your hands, pulling your heels towards your seat, rolling over your knees, hands curling your toes. Maybe you want to jumping back, taking a vinyasa, or let's meet in downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling. Inhaling. Exhaling, left knee towards your chest, opening your hip, left knee behind your left wrist, walking your toes back. So you wanna making sure you can help yourself opening. Please remember, use a block or a blanket, or you can stay here without anything when you do not allow to twisting here, lifting yourself up, inhaling. And then a long spine, elbows maybe can walk forward, using this bolster. Breathe, elbows. Find any variation, maybe you can folding forward even a tiny bit more, forehead meeting the floor. Taking 2 more really nice, sweet, big breaths. Next, inhaling your hands under your shoulders, pressing yourself up. And when you have a mat, you can walk on the outer edges of your mat, helping you to lifting your heart. Breathe. Breathe. Exhaling, releasing, bringing your hands. Now you sit on your left side, swinging your right leg around over your knee and making sure you're sitting with both of your feet on the floor. Do not allow your hip lifting here. When this is difficult, please lengthening your lower leg. Completely fine. You can do like this.
Hugging with your left arm, your right knee. Inhaling. Exhaling, turning around, twisting. Find your elbow, finding a bind. Breath. Round back your shoulders, Sarah. Lengthening in your spine. This. Using this warmth of your muscles. Bring deine Hand da durch. Du kannst nämlich fast ein Bein finden, würde ich mal sagen. That's it. Rolling back yourself. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, coming back in your neutral and taking a bit of a counter twisting here. Inhaling back into your neutral. One more boat pose, balancing on your sit bones, always available, holding your knees, opening your chest. And Mila, try to balance a bit more on your sit bones that you do not falling back. Breathe. Crossing your ankle. This time the other ankle comes in front, pulling your heels, rolling over your knees. Maybe you want to jumping back, taking a vinyasa, or let's meet in downward facing dog. Inhaling, bending your knees and flow in your child pose. Your fingers meeting your toes, forehead, the floor. Tucking your tailbone in, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra, shoulders rolling back, sitting on one side, swinging your legs in front. We want to take an inversion, the shoulder stand, a softer version than the headstand. It helps you to connect a bit more with your yin part. So when you don't want to take a shoulder stand out of any reason, always available, you take your block, square, bring it onto your hips, under your hips, sorry, and making sure you have the bony part of the hips on the block. You do not want to come too high. This is really painful. So you want to bring the bony part onto your block. Maybe you need to bend your knees and you hang out here for a while. Shoulder stand. Maybe you want to just have a look. We do the shoulder stand. So you're shuffling forward that you have enough space in your back. You're rolling back onto your spine, hugging your knees towards your chest, arms on your side, helping yourself, lifting your hips. I always like to bring first the legs behind to come better onto the shoulders. And then from here, you're lifting your legs, supporting your back. You can take variations, opening up, doing any variations you would like to do. At one point, I'm inviting you to come in your halasana. When your toes meeting the floor, you can interlace in your fingers, or when they don't meet, you stay with your hands in your back. And then from here, we want to rolling back onto spine. So please feel free. Take any variation, you as well at home. So take your shoulder stand or your hips on your block. Some traditions say when you have your moon days, you shouldn't take inversions. In my personal experience, it never really happened, as we don't stay there for a long time. But you know what feels good for you. When you are in your shoulder stand, you avoid looking at what your neighbor is doing. You bring too much pressure on your neck. Maybe you want to start playing a tiny bit with your legs, want to scissoring your legs, opening towards the side. Maybe you want to bring your soles of your feet together. You can do this as well when you have your hips on your block. Maybe you want to try coming in your full lotus, half lotus, bringing one foot on your thigh in your inner groins. And when you feel ready, come in your halasana, your legs long over your head. Please don't liberate your arms when your toes do not meet the floor. Stay with your hands supporting your neck, that you do not bring too much pressure. People used to the practice, you can folding in your knees, squeezing your knees into your ears, bringing your arms around on top of your legs, create a bit of a weight. Everyone else, please stay in your halasana. Inhaling, people with squeezed knees, bring your hands back on your kidneys, lengthening and your legs and rolling onto your spine. Vertebra for vertebra, when your hips meeting the floor, hugging your knees towards your chest and staying here for a moment. Happy baby pose, knees under your armpits, bringing your feet over your knees, grabbing your soles of your feet. Please don't lift your hips. Shoulders stay down, hips staying down. Inhaling, releasing your feet, planting your feet onto the floor, stepping them together, letting your knees floating towards the side, soles of your feet meeting. Maybe you bring your hands on your lower belly, your lower organs in your inner groins, or when this pulls a lot on your hips, you can create your own personal block, making a fist and bringing your fists under your thighs where your hips are to help yourself supporting your hips. Stay here for a moment and consciously feeling how you let go tension in your lower organs, in your bladder, down, inner groins, your mula bandha, pelvis floor. Softening. Two, 3 centimeters below your belly button, this part of our sexual organs. Belly, upper belly soften, diaphragm, Uddiyana Bandha softening. Heart breathing. Shoulders soft. And gently from here, letting yourself flow in your Savasana, your arms next to your body, palms of your hands facing up, lengthening your legs, letting yourself release any tension. Maybe you need to grab a blanket, a sweater. Here in Portugal, we are freezing. It's cold like in the winter. Letting yourself softening. Leg dich hin. Dein Kreislauf. Ja. Sorry, ich bin ohne Maske. Besser? Der Kreislauf ist zu schnell aufgestanden. Brauchst du irgendeinen Zucker? Ich habe nichts da. Hast du einen Zucker da? Vielleicht bist du ein bisschen unterzuckert. Danke. Softening cyberspace. Sorry, you don't know. We had just a bit of a dizziness here. So releasing. This is why we are whispering. I hope you find your Savasana. Your fingers softening. Finding this healing part in your body, in your being. This receptive, full moon. Full abundance from the soft side. Go. Releasing tension in your Savasana. This pushing and pulling on our life. So often we forget. The more we let ourselves opening, finding this open space, all will fall into place by time. Specifically in these days, we are faced of this change. We had so many plans, so many ideas how our life will unfold. Let it go. Let go of the ways you thought life will unfold. The holding of plans or dreams or expectations. Let it all go. Save your strength to swim with the tide. The choice to fight what is here before you now will only result in struggle, fear, and desperate attempts to flee from the very energy you long for. Let go. Let it all go and flow with the grace that washes through your days, whether you receive it gently or with all your quills raised to defend against invaders. Take this on faith. The mind may never find the explanations that it seeks, but you will move forward nonetheless. Let go, and the wave's crest will carry you to the unknown shores beyond your wildest dreams or destinations. Let it all go and find a place of rest and peace and certain transformation. And gently and softly letting your breath growing stronger and fuller. Feeling this inner movement gently touching your fingers, touching your toes. And let yourself start playing with your feet, with your hands. Maybe it moves into a stretching, into a gentle touch. Maybe there is a movement missing you are longing for, or you're folding in your knees towards your chest and flowing towards your right side. And with your left hand in front of your chest, press yourself up and find a comfortable seat, planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest, closing your eyes. And to finish and seal this practice, let's chant 3 deep long sounding starting together, following your own pace, your own breath. Knowing there are many people at this same moment chanting with us, even we can't hear them right now. The universe is chanting. Thank you for practicing yoga with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you in this room. And thank you at home, Kay, Pedro, Anastasia, Antonia. Ciao, ciao. Thank you.